Good Monday morning, everybody. What's up? It's Jennifer. Let's hang out and talk about real estate this week. And I'll be totally honest with you. What we're going to talk about this week is a complete ripoff of what we talked about in our office meeting last week, because I thought it's stuff that everybody needs to hear. And that is, what are the habits of agents that are really successful? There's a quote, oh gosh, how's it go? Motivation is what gets you started, but habits are what keep you going. Habits are the things that make people successful, not just when they get really fired up and are like, okay, I'm going to go kill it today. They actually put things in their schedule and do them regardless of whether you feel like it or not, how your day is going. You do things consistently, they turn into habits. People who are really successful in any industry have habits that set them up for success. I am for sure a creature of habit. I get up at 5 a.m. I go to the gym. By 9 o'clock, I'm working here in my home office. I am one of those two people that I work really well from home, or I'm in my office or out on appointments. I get up and I get going in the morning. It's just habit. And if you can set up some of these habits for yourself, then you will set yourself up for success. And the first one is you have to get up and go to work. Sitting around in your yoga pants saying that I'm going to send some emails while I watch Big Little Lies is not going to work, all right? Treat this like a job. If you want to have a high-paying career, you need to treat it like a career. So get up, get dressed. Don't be running around town all day in your athleisure. Go into the office. Look like a professional. That is really half the battle. It's just making yourself get up and treat this like you would any other job. The second one is set your schedule for the week. We've talked about this in other videos, but if you put something on your schedule, you're a lot more likely to do it. And once you're doing these things, you are prospecting every day for 2 hours. You are going to training classes. You are going to sales meetings. You are previewing properties. When you put that stuff in your schedule and then stick to it, you are doing the things that successful agents do. You're not just sitting around waiting for some business to come your way. I think as Tony Robbins said, you just don't negotiate with yourself. Say, put it on your calendar. I'm going to do this at these times, and then make yourself stick to it. And then you do that week after week. Before long, you have habits that will help set you up for success as well. Number 3, good agents are really good at follow-up. And follow-up does not mean you call somebody back once or twice. You just put them on a drip campaign and hope that one day they call you. Follow-up means you are following up with people again and again and again, basically until they tell you to stop calling them. You are calling or texting, you're checking in, you're offering them things of value, but it takes 10, 12, 15, sometimes more follow-ups to get clients to commit to you. Most people looking online, they may not be ready to buy for 12 months or 18 months, somewhere around there. You need to be following up with them consistently that whole time. And if you're holding open houses and you're prospecting, you're going to have this huge, your funnel should be getting bigger and bigger, and you should have more and more calls to make every single week, because you do not stop following up with people until they buy or they die, until they say, quit calling me, or they die. You keep calling them. So that's number 3, is be really good at follow-up. Number 4, good agents are good communicators. Make it a habit. If you get a text or an email from a client, there's a rule. They say it's like the 30 seconds. If it takes you less than 30 seconds to reply, do it right then. Don't put it off. Don't put it on your to-do list for later. If it's going to take you 30 seconds, even under a minute, to get something done, do it right then. And that goes for other agents, who are co-oping or maybe asking for information on your listings. I think we can all attest to, we try to get information from listing agents and they don't respond to us. Respond back to emails, respond back to texts. If somebody reaches out to you and you're busy, respond back and say, hey, got your message. I'm with a client right now. I will give you a call back later. So you're at least communicating with them. There should be no unreturned emails. You should be checking in constantly. Again, this is a job. Even past 5 p.m., you should be responding to people if they're reaching out to you asking for information. And remember, good communicators just stay in touch with people. So even if somebody's not sure, maybe if it's a buyer that's, buying a $100,000 house, it doesn't matter. You stay in touch with that person. You treat them like they're your most important client, just like you would return a phone call of somebody who's calling you to buy $1 million property. Be a good communicator and respond back to people. That's huge in this job. Sad, but true. And then finally, probably one of the most important ones, have a positive attitude. I talked last week about perseverance and how tough this job is going to be sometimes. And you are going to have days where, you feel betrayed, where you feel used, where, you got rejected. You have to get up every day and have the attitude that you are going to be successful in this job and look at the positive. There are no failures. You just learn from things, and you will get better and better every time you fail at something. You go on a listing appointment and you blow it. You know what? You learn from that listing appointment. So instead of being depressed and defeated about it, now you know what to do better the next time. So just having a positive attitude is everything. Make sure you are setting yourself up for that. I listen to podcasts. I listen to videos, of people, motivational and personal development, things like that. Things just really help get me in the right mindset. That is most of where success will come from. I could go on and on. Education, is a habit of highly successful agents. If you have some downtime, you should be taking a class. You can never know everything, no matter how long you do this. Ask for help. You are not in this alone. Your office, your managers, people around you, other agents, they will help you if you just ask for it. If you're not sure what to do in a situation, or you're just struggling with some aspect of this business, ask for help. Find a mentor. Go to the more experienced agents in your office, ask some questions, see if you can take them out for coffee, learn from their wisdom, their mistakes. Then you don't have to go through all that and make them. But if you do all of those things and you do them week after week, consistently, whether you feel like it or not, whether business is going great or not, you keep doing those things, you are setting yourself up to be one of those top producers in your office. So make those things a habit, and I hope you have a good week. I will see you next week. Thanks.